My name's Michael Meaney. Welcome to CMNS6070 Narrative and Interactive Design. Purpose of this video is just basically to say hello, introduce myself, and have a quick talk about the course outline and the assessment events in the course. A little bit about me. My background was originally in professional writing. I started as a freelance writer after completing an undergraduate degree. Freelance writing turned into desktop publishing turned into web turned into interactive narrative design, and so here we are. This course comes with a CMNS course code, and I should really point that out because what that means is this course is primarily interested in communication. How do we communicate ideas? How do we use narrative and interactive design to best communicate those ideas? On the basis that it's a CMNS course, what that means is we use technology. But we use technology that is to work out how we communicate, to test how we communicate. So it isn't really all about the technology. We just use technology along the way. Okay, so the course outline. The course outline is available from the Blackboard site. Please feel free to have a look at everything and anything that's in the Blackboard site. Also in the course outline, of course, you'll notice that there are assessment events. That could come as a terrible shock to some people, but yep, we do have assessment events. In reality, we have 5 assessment events. Now, the first 2 of these are really what are called formative assessment events. They're assessment events designed for you to gain skills and knowledge. The last 3 assessment events are actually all linked together, and it's really one big summative assessment event, but we break it down into stages. So just to go through them, the first assessment event really looks at narrative, and to do that what we do is we use a minute worth of audio of your making and then apply some kind of set of images and interaction to that so that we have a narrative that spans a short period of time. The second assessment event is slightly different. It actually looks at interaction itself. So where in the narrative piece, people follow the narrative, in the interactive piece, it's actually up to the user to work out what bits they look at in which order. Okay. Now, the final assessment event in the course, the major project, is an assessment event that asks you to combine narrative and interactive design skills and elements. They're the skills that the first 2 assessment events hope to teach. But there's a strategy for handling this course that I'd really like to suggest to you, and that is have a look at the requirements for the final assessment event and build all of your assignments towards that assessment event. That way you'll get the best bang for your buck in terms of how much time the course will take to do, and also how much time you get to tinker with your final project. If you really start planning the final project from day one, it will be much easier to achieve by the time you get to the end of the course. Okay, so the first 2 assessment events are formative. The last 3 then, the first one of them is a planning exercise. Assignment 3 is a planning exercise for the final project. The second one is the final project itself. And the third one is a learning journal. Now, this learning journal will be slightly different for other learning journals you may have done in other courses. What we're asking you to do in this learning journal is actually have a look at a theory of creativity by a man named Wallace from quite a long time ago. It's one of the very many staged theories of creativity. And what we're asking you to do is analyse your work in relation to that theory. And this is really the step that moves this course into the master's level. The best way, once again, of handling that assessment event is to keep notes, is to keep some kind of journal, some kind of production notes as you're working through all of the assignments and the final project. You can also add to it information that people leave in discussion boards, that you've left in discussion boards. This will be really useful information for completing that last learning journal task. I really hope you enjoy the course. I'm happy to answer all kinds of questions. Largely speaking, I will be working in this course particularly 2 days a week. So if you don't get a response from me exactly on the day that you send it, don't worry, it won't be far away. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll talk to you soon.